it's a really good question, and it's I don't think I have a really pat answer because you're right. I'm spoiled in a way, right? I grew up in the Valley, and so now when I go to Raise, you're right that I come with a level of network that makes it easier for somebody to open my email. That's true. But when I first pitched for Money in the Valley, I didn't have that network, right? At Yodlee, I didn't really have as much of the network. I think there are a couple things. So number one, it probably is, you probably get it. The best way to get somebody to take a meeting with you is first and foremost through any network you have. And that network may not be reaching out to VC. It may be a school alum. It may be a fellow entrepreneur who's already in that portfolio. So I think this notion of networking who knows you, that can give you an introduction, obviously is super smart. And I'd say if you don't know those networks, you've got to go develop them, right? You've got to go hang out where smart entrepreneurs are, So I think the idea of putting yourself inside of a network and developing authentic relationships, like authentic, that's what I'm saying. It's like someone from your school, authentic. Those are the people who are going to help you get the introduction you need. So I think you have to think about who authentically knows you and knows that you're wonderful or great. And if they don't, how do you go invest time in networking those people genuinely? Not at a cocktail party. Go co-develop a product together. Go do a boot camp weekend together. Go do a startup weekend together. Develop an authentic relationship. And those are the people who are likely to help you get that intro, right? People who meaningfully know that you're actually really as good as you think you are or say you are. So there's no surrogate for that, for using actually a building and having an authentic network of people. And they don't need to be Mark Andreessen. They need to be people who will say, you are awesome. Whether it's a professor, whether it's a schoolmate, whether it's a colleague, whether it's somebody you met at a startup boot camp. So I think that's a big one. The second thing is, quite frankly, the surrogate that VCs use if they don't know you is your body of work. True. And what they most look for in new entrepreneurs is that you've launched something, that you've been able to bootstrap and get something out the door. And there is no surrogate for that. Like, that is in fact true. That it used to be in the Valley that you could get a meeting on a pitch deck. Times have changed, and I think you guys see it. Like, now it's like you're expected to have launched a product. You're expected to have been through some, if you couldn't have gotten yourself into some program like Y Combinator, or any other incubator program, it's that you somehow immersed yourself in that environment. You have the hustle to do it. You have the hustle to pull together a product on nights and weekends and ship it. And that's just the new, I think, standard for actually even getting a meeting. That's just, honestly, it's freaking pure hustle. It's like, basically, that's it, right? You just have to find a way to get it done. And I don't have any better suggestions than that.